Hey, it's Jerry coming to you today from the Rythmia Life Advancement Center in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. What is Rythmia? Rythmia is a life advancement center that uses ayahuasca, metaphysical teachings, farm-to-table organic food, breathwork, meditation, yoga, one-on-one counseling to bring about this amazing change in a human being's life. How amazing is it? Well, almost 19,000 people have gone through the door here. 19,000 people. And 98.27% say that they had a life-changing miracle during their stay. Better yet, 90.22% say that this was the week that changed their life 6 months later. So follow me. They come here, they go home. 6 months later, they get a survey and they say that this was the week that changed the rest of their life. Because of that, we get wild people that come through here. We get A-listers from all walks of life, from entertainment, music, sports, the internet, politicians, civil servants, civil rights leaders. Everybody comes here. How can all these super famous people come to one little place in Costa Rica? You know why? Because it works. Some people have such a great experience here, they join our board of directors. Who is on our board of directors? Kelly Slater, the greatest surfer of all time. Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer. Michael Bernard Beckwith, the founder of the Agape Spiritual Center. Martin Luther King, the son of Martin Luther King, and a civil rights leader in his own right, on our board of directors. Ron White, maybe the greatest comedian of all time, on our board of directors. About 3 weeks ago, he was on Joe Rogan talking about us. You should check it out. Tony Coe is a Forbes 100 list person and founder of NYX Cosmetics. Elanya Van Zant from the Oprah Network. Jack Canfield, author of Chicken Soup of the Soul, the Chicken Soup series. Hey, Frank Biden, Joe Biden's brother. We had the brother of a sitting president join our board of directors during his brother's presidency, right? Mark Kielberger, social entrepreneur, New York Times best-selling author and biohacker. Earl Koski, the American businessman. Brandy Sabella, the author and TV show host. Kim Terranova, spiritual leader and author. And Dr. Jeff McNary, who was the former director of Passages Malibu, one of the greatest addiction centers in the world. Why did they all give their lives to Rythmia and their names? Because it works. This works. And I mean, it really works, right? One of the things that happens at Rythmia is people have something called a soul reclamation or a soul merger, where their soul gets put back together. And as a result of this, in that transition, they generally get to talk to God, whatever you believe God is, and whatever they believe God is. And once they do that, they have this epiphany that this turn in your soul's evolution to walk this planet is a huge gift. A huge gift to be trotting around this garden of a planet and interacting with other humans and having this earthly experience. So your spiritual body, your spiritual self gets a body to have this earthly experience where we get to see, smell, feel, taste, touch, all of these beautiful things. And because of this, the overwhelming vast majority of people decide they want to be a beneficial presence on the planet. You know why? because they want the total experience of life. So as Jim Quick used to say, I mean, you could have a completely safe life and be protected in a corner, and be fed 3 meals a day, be pampered, and just be kept in that corner, kept safe from everything. But what kind of life would that be? The real life, this feeling of being alive, comes from this near-death experience of giving birth to something whereby you become a beneficial presence on the planet. What does that mean? The footprint you leave after you're here is better than it was before you came. So your very existence resulted in the betterment of a larger group of people around you. And in that journey, you get to experience the fruits of life. And not all fruits are sweet. This experience of biting off something bigger than you could ever imagine, being motivated to change the world in a way that is uniquely and absolutely yours, is this experience of life that becomes addictive. What do I mean by that? If you ever think that sitting on the couch, eating bonbons and wasting away your life is addictive because it's comforting, the opposite happens when you decide to become a beneficial presence. You experience living on the edge. This adventure and journey into the unknown for the benefit of all. It is the ultimate rush. It is the most fun you will ever have in your life. Sustained fun. People talk about peak experiences on plant medicine or orgasm or drunkenness or a meal that has this, this height. I'm going to tell you, those things are fleeting, right? But this is forever. This fulfillment, satisfaction, because you're living your life on this cutting edge. Because once you decide to embark on a journey of becoming a beneficial presence, you invite in everything. So all of your detractors show up. And what you'll find is you'll have enemies who you're not an enemy of. People who don't really matter to you, but show up as enemies of yours. So you're going to call out enemies in challenges, and the challenges are real. And you fight this fight of excitement that leads you to a place of mastery. And in this mastery, you get to experience abundance, the abundance of this feeling of really doing something. And then at some point in it, there's a monetary equivalence of abundance. I have a friend who is a really well-known pizza maker. And he got so good at it, he became a billionaire from making pizzas and from understanding the pizza business. So it doesn't matter how, and I love to count the smiles that this person has created by people eating pizza. That's a thing unto itself, right? Pizza's right up there next to ceremonies in ayahuasca. It's great stuff. But what I'm saying is, once you develop this mastery, the universe rewards you with all kinds of rewards. So what are the earmarks of taking this trip? Well, number one, it's going to be harder than anything you've ever done in your life. It's going to test every aspect of your being. People and things are going to come out of the woodwork to stop you. It's going to be a game, a challenge, and it's going to be the most fun you've ever had in your life. And at the same time, the most challenging thing, wrought with sadness and defeat and all of the things that make this hero's journey yours. So this is the most romantic expense of a life you could ever have. It is. It's the most joyous, the most unique, the most rich. And what is it to you? It's different things to all people. There are people that do the weekly program at Rythmia, and they come out changed and decide that the greatest gift that they want to give the world is by raising the best kids who ever experienced life on earth. That's one way. Some people want to start a church. Some people want to open a restaurant to feed people high energetic food. Some people want to be in the entertainment business as far as actors or dancers or singers or musicians to share their gift, right? There's all different kinds of ways. I had a guy who's a plumber and who really loves what he does and loves to help people and wound up with plumbing stores in 6 states, became, I don't think a billionaire, but pretty darn close. So there's all kinds of ways to do this. And the journey is filled with potholes. It is the most incredibly taxing thing you could ever do to yourself. And listen, the bigger you go, the more, the harder it is. It gets harder and harder. Most of the people that I know who are billionaires, and I really do know billionaires, right, who are friends of mine, most of them didn't experience success until, like, real heavyweight success, more than $100 million, until the 15th, 17th, 18th, 23rd, 25th year of their business. It's a long haul to get there. I mean, a real long haul. But you are girded with elements that were given to you at birth that you don't even know you have. You have a desire and a grit that has never been tested. It's in you, but you might not be aware of it. And I believe that the awareness that comes from taking on this kind of undertaking to become a beneficial presence, you get to see just how much grit and sustainability you have within you, and it's amazing. So the fighter never knows he can fight until he's in the fight. And you never know what you can create until you're in that process, right? So every time I do the medicine, it always tells me that every time I think I'm ready to quit, that I have at least 100% more left in me. I can at least do double what I've done. And I say to her, I say, you don't understand how tired, beat up, worn down, and everything I am. And she shows me my battery, and I'm only at 50%, and I didn't even know it. So we keep winning largely because we have glimpses, just glimpses, of how omnipotently powerful we are in that process. And the great part about the world is, a lot of this happens in plant medicine ceremonies that you should come here and experience. But a lot of it happens in real life with real, ordinary, and everyday kind of people. My friend Jack Canfield, my dear friend, who authored a book called Chicken Soup of the Soul that ultimately sold about 50 million copies. 50 million copies. Got turned down by 143 publishers before one said yes. This is just a brilliant guy, but a regular guy. A regular guy. He's 80 or 81 right now, and more together than just about any guy I've ever met. But you talk about resilience, talk about not quitting, talk about a lodestar and being guided by it. Howard Schultz from Starbucks, dude. Now imagine this. Imagine having this idea and all this stuff. He went to 217 investors and got turned down by the first 217 before one said yes. You imagine what he must have said to his wife or his girlfriend or whatever when he was going on that 218th. I mean, look at, most people get told no 5 times. They quit. They quit. But that's not these chosen few, of which you are one, or you wouldn't be looking at this. There is no stopping you. There is no, you are going to do this irrespective of what doors shut in your face. You're going to get there. And I want to tell you something. We're going to make Rythmia in my lifetime, if I'm lucky enough to live this long, I'll have these in many jurisdictions as the world is changing as we speak, and these ancient processes and ancient substances that have been used to unlock unlimited potential for millennia are going to be reincorporated back into life. It's going to create the biggest period of expansion in human history. It is. And all of this starts with one trip here. I'm going to ask you that if you've been sitting on the fence, you've been thinking about this thing, the time to do it is yesterday. The best time to be free is yesterday. The best time to understand your lodestar and your meaning in this world is yesterday, meaning the closest time to right now. To get on your own path, the best time is yesterday. So if any of this transmission lands on your heart, your soul needed to hear this in order to make a decision to move forward with a choice to stop wasting your life. The sooner you get off the liability side of the balance sheet, and I talk to people about this all the time who come to Rythmia. What does that mean? Well, you know, it's so interesting because life has become so cushy, especially in America, in the United States of America, on planet Earth, that we are born wondering what the world can do for us. Where can I get free food? Where can I get free healthcare? Where can I get free housing? Where can I get free help? Where can I? And that ingrains a way of understanding that you're owed something from the world. And the sooner you get off the taking side of that equation to looking at life and saying, wow, what a gift. What can I give to it? How can I give more? How do I maximize my giving to the world? It's a change in understanding. And that very change is your ticket into the journey of all journeys. This quest, this hero's journey that is your life. This is the thing of the thing. And this is what we invite you to at Rythmia. So until next week, God bless you, God keep you, God hold you, but make your way here to have it happen to you. Cheers and have a great day.